In the headlines for Newsnight, water sports operators smiling all the way to the bank after a bumper crop-over season. The free tint testing period has been extended. And in sports, the Windies fall in the first ODI against Pakistan.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC NewsNight, starting now.
Good evening, I'm Derry Bowen. The local water sports sector is reporting significant benefits from the influx of visitors to the island this crop-over season. Several water sports operators say they have been very busy in recent weeks, meeting the demand of visitors seeking to utilize their services and facilities. Instructor at Barbados Blue, Nicole Hill, says a lot of tourists were particularly interested in trying several water sports for the first time.
We had kind of a busy season for crop over. We had a lot of tourists here trying snorkeling maybe for the first time. A lot of people trying scuba diving for the first time. Quite a few courses, so people learned how to actually scuba dive to get their license to dive anywhere in the world. Yeah, so it's been a nice busy season for us so far.
Meanwhile, jet ski operator Lorden Charles says he also felt the positive spin-off of thousands of visitors descending on the island this crop-over.
The season was great. Tourist was nice, the beach was nice, everything was great, you know, and I hope it get better. Carry fast, I hope things get better and get greater, you know, and get more money, and the tourists be nice. I had a great season.
The removal of tents and a decline in business are major concerns of coconut vendors. A spokesman for the vendors says their calls have so far fallen on deaf ears. They're awaiting a meeting with authorities to get answers to their questions. Trevor Thorpe paid them a visit today.
Business is down. That's the cry from coconut vendors, and spokesman Alana Levine, who says she has been a vendor all her life, says things are bad. She tells CBC News it is her bread and butter, but she's concerned over some of the elements attracted to the business, which has resulted in slow sales to the sector by not adhering to the guidelines offered by authorities.
Sales has been bad for us. Complaining with customers to us too, because they say they're rather to get the water off the highway, on the highway there, because coming up here is really a problem. So a lot of customers don't want to come up here. So when they don't come up here, it make it bad for us too. So that we have to go down there and sell water, and we got fights among ourselves, workers fighting with each other because there is not enough sale to split between us. Then we have a lot of problems that need settling. So I would say it's not good for us right now.
Levine further contends the withdrawal of tents from the vendors at Newton Christchurch was also another blow.
When we had it tents, it was good, but we had some other workers that wasn't supposed to actually be up here with us, because it's had people that is already originated from at the top, like the four of us. We had different people who will come, you know what I mean, and like do coconuts underneath the tent and leave the shells and leave all the dirty messes, and they go away and they don't come back. So it had me, and it had another gentleman who was sharing one tent, and we keep our place pretty good, which a lot of people know about it. That's why you would say on a Sunday, most people come up here looking for me because of behalf of my tidiness, how I keep the place surrounded. The rest of the tents get taken away because maybe how the other vendors have their tent. The only bad about it is that mines get taken away, and I think I didn't deserve it.
The loss of running water is also a problem for Ms. Levine, who is calling on the Barbados Association of Retailers and Vendors and Export Barbados for help.
Sometimes I want to run away because of the problems that we have up in here, and there is nobody here is coming to really look into the problem and help us out. We needed help. We need some sort of supervision. We need something that, you know, we can count on. But right now, business is bad for us. It's really bad for us. We don't want to fight against each other up in here. It's not right. And how business sets, sometimes we do have to fight to get our sale.
And although business is down, there is still a clientele for the produce. Costa Rican-born Nico Iglesias, who was on his way to the Grantley Adams International Airport, was happy to be savoring the delicacy.
I've been doing this all Santo Domingo, Brazil, but this is excellent. I like it. Barbados is the best.
Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Coming up, the free tint testing period is extended. Despite increased public relations, some Barbadians are still in the dark over the density of the tints for motor vehicles. Tint testing officer Leanna Best Smith explained to CBC News the higher the percentage of the tint, the easier it is to see the interior of the vehicle.
The darker the percentage, the harder it will be to see in the vehicle. So, as I said, for this vehicle, 6% is extremely difficult to see inside or what is inside of the vehicle. If it is in the correct range, then you have a better chance of seeing what is in the vehicle or seeing most contents that's in the vehicle.
With this uncertainty by some motor vehicle owners, the free testing period has been extended.
They decided to extend it the next week, which is why I told you that we finish now next week Saturday instead of tomorrow. So that gives persons who can't make this week another week to come and get their vehicles tested at Wildy Gymnasium or any other location that's open.
One car owner, Sylvester Cummins, who also went through the test today, says he wants to be on the right side.
I just want to make sure that, I within the law and, kept myself wanted outside law. It's $500 I got to pay. I ain't got that money.
Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley has met with the Right Reverend Dr. Rosemary Mallet, Bishop of Croydon. Yesterday at the Parliament buildings, the Prime Minister was presented with the award-winning Suko Teto Wreath of Remembrance, Hope and Healing, a symbolic tribute to the millions of Africans who were kidnapped, enslaved and forced to produce goods that continue to benefit the global economy. Also during the meeting, the Prime Minister and Reverend Mallet covered a wide range of topics, including education, reform, immigration, the role of the Church in community engagement, and the global reparations movement. The meeting reflected the island's continuing engagement in regional and global conversations on reparations, social justice, and the preservation of historical truth. Police are investigating another fatality on the island's roads. Police at Oyston Station say a collision between a motor car and a motorcycle, which occurred about 6:10 last evening along Bourne's Land, St. Christopher Christchurch, resulted in the motorcyclist receiving injuries, which he succumbed to at the scene. The deceased has been identified by a relative as 32-year-old Dominic King of Rollins Road, Christchurch. Investigations so far have revealed that the motor car and motorcycle were traveling in the same direction when the collision occurred. Police are appealing to anyone who may have witnessed this accident to please contact Oyston's police station at 418-2612 or 418-2608. Jaden Jones hit 91 as St. Michael defeated St. Philip by 28 runs when the inaugural Block T20 League continued at Friendship. Sent in to bat first, St. Michael posted 177 for 4 from their 20 overs. CBC's Anmar Goodrich Boyce reports on that first innings.
St. Michael sent in to bat first, Komari Griffith to Edwin Currency Barnett. Fireworks to begin the innings, into the hard court. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt, 6 runs. But Griffith was strike 2 overs later. Jay Clark looking to put this one over the ropes. But there's a man at cow corner and the catch is taken. Clark goes for 3. It's 18 for 1. Jadan Jones was the new batter and that's too short. Flies past square leg to the boundary for 4. St. Philip got their second wicket with this delivery. Lamar Springer gets Currency Barnett to push the ball straight into the hands of Nash Bishop at cover, 22 for 2. Jones continued to add runs to the scoreboard. That's a boundary for sure. Tennyson Roach now into the attack. Jones is in no-nonsense mode. That's gone out of the park. Joshua Morris was the batter at the other end, and he didn't last long in the air, and Stephon Griffith manages to hold on. St. Michael 57 for 3. But Jones remains strong in the middle, putting away the bad balls. That's a maximum of a Kobe Critchlow bio. Brings up a well-played half-century. And Tony Darlington also got in on the action, and this ball races quickly to the fence for 4, leaving Tennyson Roach to retrieve. Darlington was really settled now and produced the biggest shot of the night here. That has disappeared into the Friendship night sky, hit with so much might. Jones still at the crease, and Griffith is dispatched. 6 more. Jones into the nervous 90s. Final over of the innings. Completes the first run, but has to hurry and will not get back in time. A lovely knock comes to an end. He goes for 91 as St. Michael finish on 177 for 4. And more Goodrich Boyce, CBC Sports.
Haiti's government has declared a 3-month state of emergency in retaliation to the gangs which continue to ravage the country. This measure will cover Haiti's west, Artibonite, and center regions as officials continue to fight against insecurity and respond to the agricultural and food crisis. The United Nations Human Rights Office has noted that from October 2024 to the end of June 2025, over 1,000 people have been killed, more than 200 injured, 620 kidnapped, while over 239,000 have been displaced in desperation to flee the gangs in those areas. That is our news on this Saturday. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.